The Cider House Rules, an ironic title for the movie where everybody makes their own rules and nobody even follows the given rules. Hello, my name is Noah Versal, and we're going to be reviewing The Cider House Rules, directed by Lasse Hallström and written by John Irving. The film's protagonist, Homer Wells, is an orphan living in St. Cloud, Maine in the 1940s. Never being adopted, Homer, played by Tobey Maguire, becomes much loved by Dr. Larch, the head of the orphanage, played by Michael Caine. Dr. Larch teaches Homer in the ways of a doctor, but Homer doesn't want to be part of the illegal abortion. Homer dreams of life outside the orphanage, and when Wally plays as Paul Rudd and his fiancée Candy, who plays as Charlie Theron, come to St. Cloud to get an abortion. Homer sees his way out of the orphanage.
He's wearing lipstick.
Homer leaves with a young couple to work on an apple farm owned by Wally's family. Homer enjoys his new life working at the apple orchard. Forgetting about his life at the orphanage, Wally has left to fight in the war. Being left behind, Candy and Homer grow closer and have an affair. While back at the orphanage, Dr. Larch makes plans for Homer to replace him as the new doctor. He has made fake credentials for Homer and presents him as a candidate to the board. When Homer learns that the girl he worked with is pregnant, and the child was conceived in incest, he tells her that he can help by performing an abortion. Candy and Homer say goodbye because Wally has returned from the war paralyzed. Finally, Homer returns to St. Cloud after the death of Dr. Larch and becomes the new doctor of the orphanage. One of the worldviews that portrays in the Cider House Rules is postmodernism. The foundation of postmodernism is marked by the teaching of Nietzsche. He said that if God is not dead, then it is interpretation all the way down. This means that whatever person can determine what is right and what is wrong. What is right for the person can be wrong for another. For instance, one person may feel there is nothing wrong with abortion, while another feels it's totally wrong. In other words, there is no absolute morality. There is no moral standards. A popular postmodernism phrase that is just your interpretation. Non-believers say this about the Bible all the time. Some examples are: 1. The world was not created in 7 actual days, but rather 7 periods of time. 2. A great fish didn't really swallow Jonah. Another worldview that portrayed in the movie is secular humanism. The central theme of secular humanism is that humanity is the highest form of all beings and denies the existence of all things supernatural, including God. All secular humanists are atheists and believe that science and human reason are the only real truth. So, a secular humanism that would agree with people during the time when Noah was building the ark, and God said that the hearts and minds were on evil continuously, and every man did what was right in his own eyes. Homer said abortion was illegal, but Dr. Larch justified it to him.
You just showed me. What else could I show you? The only thing I can teach you is what I know. In any life, you have to be of use.
Even though Dr. Larch was wrong, he justified it by telling himself that he was protecting the pregnant girls who came there. This was because he told himself that he did not do abortion. These girls would go somewhere else and risk their lives at the hand of a pretend doctor. Dr. Large wanted Homer to replace him so the orphanage would continue. So he lied to the board about Homer being doctor, copied his own diploma, and inserted Homer's name in place his own.
But that'd be the problem with any doctor interested in coming here.
Do you know him?
No, and I don't want to. He's doing missionary work in India. I wrote to him weeks ago. He's either too holy or too busy to answer.
Dr. Larch knows the board would want Homer because he is a missionary doctor, but he pretends that because Homer is a Christian, he will be soft.
I fail to see how someone courageous enough to make a commitment to a foreign mission is automatically to be dismissed. Why, that part of the world requires precisely the kind of dedication that is needed here.
Does it snow in Bombay? One winter here and we'll be shipping him south in a coffin.
Dr. Latch, he seems exceptionally qualified.
I'm not talking about his medical qualifications. It's the Christian thing that bothers me. I just don't see it as being of much use around here.
I fail to see how a little Christianity could hurt anyone here.
Anyway, I was just showing you this guy as an example of what's available.
Homer and Candy had an affair. Her boyfriend knows that Candy is not good at being alone, and she blames her boyfriend for sleeping with Homer. Another example of postmodernism, secular humanism point
Nobody
of view.
volunteers for the Burma run. He said so himself. He just leaves me here. What does he want? He wants me to just wait for him? Oh, God, he knows me. He knows I'm not good at being alone. This is right. I know this is right.
Right. This is right.
If we can make our own rules, why would the father sleep with his own daughter, and yet it's okay to have abortion?
Made those rules. These rules ain't for us. We the ones supposed to make our own rules.
Truth was based on science and human reason. For instance, abortion is okay if conception was the result of incest.
Ain't that right, Homer? That's right.
Here are the Cider House rules for the hired help at Wally's Family Orchard. Number 1, please don't smoke in bed. 2, please don't operate the grinder or press if you've been drinking. 3, please don't go up to the roof to eat your lunch. 4, please, even if you are hot, do not go up to the roof to sleep. 5, there should be no going up to the roof at night. But, like in the movie, I don't like these rules. I already made up my own rules. Good night, you Princess of Maine, you Kings of New England.